Hi again, everyone. This is Amran Shahsawarani from AUA Framework team. As you remember, we have just spoken about making commands in our AUA. Let's get back to work and finish what we have started. As you remember, we've made this command handler in previous session. We want to finalize it and finish it up all together with you in this video. First issue in all command handlers is a function that we call it fixed value. As you can see, fixed value. Okay, you can see that we do have two fixed values and fixed values async. It is dependent on your architecture that allows you to make async issues or synchronized issues as well. This fixed value, for example, I just want to show you what is this. As we told you before, these fixed values are functions that make some changes to our inputs from our users. Okay, these changes, these parameters that are seen in this function are executed prior to any other functions in our class. I mean, even before validation function, firstly, we shall see this function is running. What are fixed values? For example, I can tell you that you need some input cell phone number or phone number, and you want to put a 0 before the cell phone number, so you use this fixed value. Or maybe you want to change some characters in Persian and language Arabic. You do need some fixed values. Because of these issues, you may use it. We don't use it now. I've just wanted to show you that, for example, if you do want to so you can implement this method. For example, if you want to do it, you can just request. Okay, you put request dot, for example, first name, last name, user creator ID, all of these, and you do so. Okay, everything such. This is the manner what we do it for working all together. As an example, we want to do so. We can say that, for example, this first name, we want to change it, make this, okay? Want to change it to, as an example, barista plus first name. First, for example, day of work, okay? You can see first day of week dot Monday. It's just an example that you can see how we can do it. Okay, we don't need it, so we leave it, we clean it, and going back to our work. Our second issue that should be noticed in command handler is validation function. As you can see, the validation, I wanna go through that. You can see that we do have two validations, validation and validation async. Okay, for example, using this validation, validation means that checking all inputs so that they would be as it shall be according to our previously defined issues for our database, so that we don't face any sort of inconsistency, any sort of invalid issues. Next steps. Please do remember that we do have two sources of validation. Okay. Example, just type in validation. It would be validation async. As you can see, remember, First of all, the simple validation will be run. The second one, our validation async function would run. Whenever you do need IOs and or you do need calling a service, we shall think about having validation async method. And please remember, you can use both of them, but the order is firstly activated validation, and secondly activated validation async. This function would run. Okay, here we just need a simple sort of validation, so we clean up the async method. As I told you before previously in nearly all videos, again, let's move back to our codes. See that if we do have validation, for example here, we do have validation, no, okay. Another one, in the insert method we do have validation, okay, we do have validation, yes. Just copy one of these validations, okay, Control C, we get it. Insert barista validation handler, okay, we don't need the base, we put it here, okay. What is our validation here? For example, it's first name, but we have written which type of first name, this type. If first name is empty, yes, okay, is empty, add error, blah blah blah. Okay, we can use Control D, another one, C, and we have two issues, two input methods. So last name, okay, his last name is empty. So we do have our validation method made up here. Maybe you need some other issues in this function, then you will add everything you want. And as you can see, for example, here you have 3, maybe you have 4, or maybe you have some vast amount of required issues like registration issues, date of birth, name, family, national code, national IDs, or emails, cell phones, everything you do want, you can put in your validation method. As you can see here, we have just put 2 issues because we just have 2 insert issues in our method. Okay, let's save it. Again, 2 other issues you shall remember when copying everything. First, I've just added is empty here because I've just copied and pasted. You can see that we can say compare to, copy to, ends with, added, index of. You can see all these methods could be employed, okay, but we just need here is empty. For example, is phone number, normalize. I just wanna find everything for you that you can see. That's great. Okay, then we shall call back our enums here. Update app user result status. No, we shall update. No, we don't need the update method. We do need what? We do need insert barista. As you, this was our enum. You can see, okay, just this status. We put it here. Okay, insert first name is empty. You can come here. Okay, first name is empty. We don't have it as success. Okay, or empty, or last name is empty. This is first name is empty, as you can see. So it is coincidentally right. Then we do put here the last name. So we shall find this insert. You can see insert not first name, our second enum, last name is empty here, copy and paste it, okay, just this. So we have put two validation methods, okay. So first, make this command handler base command handler input method, output method, okay, or output key value, output model. Secondly, in validation, you should make your if clause, you should make your condition, then adding the error shall be from where? From your enum, from your result status, okay? Remember these issues when making your validation function. As you can see here, another issue that you may be concerned, here we cannot put just a written sort of command here. For example, first name is empty. You see? First name is empty. In our AUA command system, we have made it strict so that you need to just take everything from other resources in order to being unified and in order not to make any sort of errors. Because of this, you cannot just put a string here, you cannot write it, you only can just put everything from its base, from its enum here, okay. Our next issue of concern in any sort of command handler is execution function. You can see it, execute, okay, execute async. This is our method. Please beware that, as I've told you, first of all, fixed value. First of all, fixed value would run, then validation would run, and if our validation was okay after fixed values were okay, our execute function would run. And now we're gonna put some issues in our execute function in order to insert some new baristas to our database, and you can see how simple it is. As you would know, we shall put async here first, then we do not need these. Good. So we want to do a simple issue. We make var barista, variable barista, okay. We want to make a create barista, rm barista, okay. I know that it's not created. We can make create method create barista, as you can see here, and this object shall be replaced by barista, okay, barista, okay, just this. And what we do have, you can say return, for example, new, okay, barista. As you can see, I know maybe some of you just telling that we can use the constructor. Exactly, you can use the constructor here, but we do not intend here to show our talents in coding and programming. We just want here to get introduced and get familiar with AUA framework, so that we just show you here the basic issues, and we do it with constructors for all of our clients. First of all, we just take the first name, okay, is request dot first name, okay. The second one, last name. As you can see, ReSharper made everything for me. And the third one, creator user ID is exactly request. These three issues we have implemented before in our request is the input. Here we have defined it previously, if you do remember. So we've just done here, we made our entity input or insertion. Nextly, we shall insert it in our database and update our database. We can say var. Okay, so we just announce another parameter var barista ID. We can name it. Okay, here we do have a wait because our method is async, and we do need barista service, so we shall inject it here, private read only. Okay, I barista service and name it barista service. Asks us to implement it, initialize it in constructor. Okay, we've done it. This is our barista service here, and now barista service dot. Then we just insert async, make a semicolon here, we give it this barista from upstairs, and then we just give him some cancellation tokens. Everything is done here. Okay, and now the most important command in this method is return. As you can see, return just create success result. Create success result. What? Just our barista ID. Barista ID, as you can see. So now we have done, and everything would be finalized here so simply. So in order to memorize everything all together from first step, we shall make firstly our fixed value works, then a fixed value for maintaining and keeping everything straight in our inputs. Secondly, we make some validation system as you wish. Okay. Third one, the execution method. As you can see, for our execution method, we just put all these issues here in a variable. You can put it in your constructor method, and I will advise you use constructor methods, and you can see our documentation file within our AUA Framework site, auaframework.com, and we have injected the service here and in our constructor method. Then maybe you would like to add some, how can I say, a sort of publish. Okay, when you want to make some publish issue, as you can see here. Okay, publish event async, as you can see. What do we mean by publish event async? Is that maybe you want do something after initializing your work here. So publishing event would be our final step here. Afterwards, after doing all this together, we gonna make our controller, which would be our next step in our later video. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much. Bye.